kind of funny. So literally yesterday, they reworked where there's no longer tanks, assassins, supports, and specialists. There are tank bruisers, distinction, ranged assassin, melee assassin, distinction, and healer and supports, distinction. So there's no longer just assassin. But then, I guess any assassin would still work. But, okay, I see this one still says it. But typically it would say, instead of any assassin, it would be ranged or melee assassin. But let's see, who do we want to pick up for this quest? Let's just win 2. Murky is considered an assassin now. That's kind of hilarious. I might go with Jaina because I'm pretty close to leveling her up. I think actually I'm gonna rock Orphea.
For the Nexus.
I'm definitely gonna rock Orphea. In my opinion, one of the highest skill cap characters in the game by far. I think she's right up there with the Vikings, Abathur, Alarak, probably Chromie. Maybe Chromie. I haven't tried the new Chromie yet, but I think she's right up there with some of the hardest characters to play well. Goodness gracious. Buddy mine is up to 2646 in ranked. Look at his roster. Holy God. I thought I played a lot. Alright, so we sort of have a tank. They classify Malthael as a bruiser now. I do air quotes. So the friendly team, we have an Orphea, Malthael, Murky, Tassadar, Ana. We have a double quote-unquote support, a Murky quote-unquote assassin, and Malthael is our quote-unquote tank, and I am a mage specialist. Against a Genji, Kil'Thas, a Medivh, Rhaegar, and Raynor. So Genji is going to be jumping the back line trying to get to Ana and me. Kil'Thas is going to be trying to blow up all of us. Medivh is going to be protecting them while they do it. Rhaegar is going to be healing them while they do it. And Raynor is just going to kill anything within his attack range. What is unfortunate is they don't have a tank. And so one of the most important aspects of Orphea is her Q. So her Q drops down this huge sickle, I guess, from above her. It comes down, and if it hits something, it reduces the cooldown from like 6 seconds to like half a second, gives you your mana back, and then you can also dash. And so what that does for you, obviously, is you pump out more damage. You can be constantly moving while you're doing it. And so it makes you super hard to hit, pump out way more damage. And you know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But if there's no tank, it's a lot harder to consistently have someone that you can stick with your
failure will likely follow.
With your abilities.
You couldn't be worse if you tried.
So I'm going to go with Ancestral Strength here at level 1.
10 seconds.
So my abilities go as follows. I've got my Q, which is the Shadow Waltz. Drops it down, as I mentioned, deals some damage. Chomp, super high damage, super close range, and Dread, which is going to be the main focus
Let the battle commence.
of this build. It shoots out a wave.
Easy enough.
And there's Medivh. It shoots out a wave. And it will sit there. Here I come. Watch out, Tess. Okay. It goes out. You'll see her in a second. And it sits there and then pops. And that's what it does. And as my trait, when I hit someone with when I hit someone with my abilities, I get like an orb. The orb. I can spend the orbs on my next auto attack. It will do a little bit more damage, 50% more damage, and I'll also heal from it. So I want to be hitting people with stuff, not standing in pyro or flame strikes, and interweaving some auto attacks to maximize the damage. Gonna drop a chomp right there. Totally missed that. I don't know how she managed to survive, but she did, so good job for her. I think she managed to drop her bile on the ground. I am going to run bottom because there is no Murky. Sorry, I just wasn't paying attention. Murky had gone down.
Fine.
And he is out. Alright, so the main event on this map is that we are going to have to sit and control various objectives, one at the top, one at the middle, and one at the bottom. As we hold them, the Sun King or whatever will be shooting off rounds for us. These rounds are going to start hitting the forts and such and do damage for us that way. Yeah, I'll do Fright. And typically, I'd like to jump in on these fights, but especially early on, we need experience, so someone needs to stay in this lane, and since I'm the only one left, I will be staying in this lane. I'm gonna soak that shot. Unfortunately, there is not much I can do there to help Murky. He's gonna lift me up, and my chomp should be able to eat most of this. Completely whiff and get killed for it.
Did this to you and make them suffer for it.
That's why I mentioned super high skill cap, because a dash can get you out of a lot of situations, but if you don't land the Q, you can't dash.
I don't want to do that again.
It looks like bottom is going to get completely and utterly wiped.
I need a strike. I'm annoyed now.
I'm trying to move in here on Medivh in particular. Get away from me, get away from me. I'm going to grab this sippy cup and head to the top and start getting these things shooting off. As you can see, this is just shooting off, taking shots at the fortifications. Now I can't actually kill these things, so what I can try to do is just run from them best I can, so that when bad guys show up like this, I can hopefully just sit back and let them take the shots for me. I'm going to jump on here and take a few more hits trying to get the shots off. And I do not have any support whatsoever, so it is going to be a little difficult, but I'm going to move in. While he does that, I'm going to try to be productive and take out some damage, take out some progress here in the middle. And in doing so, I can also pick up some orbs, get some health, and go back in on him. And it is more than him at this point. I'm going to get that chomp off on him. And unfortunately, there is no support coming for me. And I'm probably dead.
My Templar's power has been
I don't know why the team went this way when they saw me baiting them this way towards them. But that's what happened. So it looks like Murky's holding bottom. He wasn't present in any of that because he was taking care of Jim Raynor.
My head hurts.
Just trying to keep an eye on the fight here. Looks like Kilthoss is going to drop a big one probably right here. Yep. I don't think I'm going to be able to get there in time for this fight. Maybe I will. I'm going to help out our man Murky because no one else is. Someone like Malthael would be perfect. And I did just totally whiff my Q. Had a really solid jump on him there, but he did not. Did he not take bribe? He did take fishy deal, but I tried to set that up so that his so that his pufferfish would have been able to kill those minions and get some progress on his quest. Not his quest, but his stacks. Flame Strike is coming up on the quest, getting finished, and Arcane Rift, I guess it's called. Man, it used to be something's apprentice. Master's Apprentice? I don't remember that. And the normal is Crushing Jaws, but on this map I'm gonna go with Eternal Feast. So it's this AoE, and it is this AoE that will continually deal damage as long as it hits something. So that was a really good pick right there for us.
Guardians, do not let
It's just going to keep going as long as it hits an enemy hero. So, for example, this is going to take up almost the entire square. Or the circle, I mean. So for a situation where we are fighting over the objective, I can drop that and they have to choose to either get it or to back off. And if they choose to try to get it, they're going to have to sit there and face the wrath. In theory. It's very easy for it to miss. I'm going to go ahead and drop it here. And I'm just going to try to stand in this, and it completely forced them off right there. Did soak up a good amount of shots, and Orphea is here, so I'm going to try to push in to get away from that bomb. Come on. Oh, gosh. I'm going to die here, but try to get some quest progress before I do. I'm going to get away. I am flabbergasted that I am walking away from this right now. This might get me killed, but I'm going to throw this out to try to help out there.
Let's get out of here.
No kidding.
Your fort has been lost. Dreadfully shameful.
Chat is super hype right now about those dodges. That was pretty wicked, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how I managed to squeeze my way out of there. I think they just didn't look at my health or something. Throw that out to try to help. They're probably right there if I had to guess, just because we don't see any of them on the map and there's not a whole lot that they could be doing, so they weren't there trying to lay a trap right there. I'm gonna drop this. As you saw right there, very easy to get a miss. But another reason I decided to go with that talent is our Tassadar. His walls can be extremely good when in combination. So we are definitely turning this around. It wasn't looking so good for us at the start, but we are putting in some serious work. I think it's the Shadow Waltz? Yeah. Yeah. Now normally, that is the cutest thing. Normally at 16 we go for the Bond of Anguish, which what it does is I get some extra healing, and it takes a percentage chunk of someone's health. So I mentioned it would be really nice if I had a tank that I could just keep chucking that on to build up my orbs. But as I already mentioned, there are no tank here. There is no tank here. That would be a phenomenal talent against a tank, to be able to do percentage health, but instead we are definitely going to go for the Lurking Terror, which what that's going to do is he's going to try to kill me, and I'm probably going to die. That's okay. I'm dead. I thought I might have been able to catch them walk into that Eternal Feast, but well, that sucks. But we got the last few shots off before they showed up. I think what happened there is we got split. We got split taking the objectives, and instead of giving when they showed up, when they went top, we sat and fought for it, and we believe we lost a couple of our... He is so dead. We lost a fair amount of our team, and then I didn't take the hint of seeing that and dipping. Another beautiful, beautiful time. They already had that done, but if I could have gotten there when they were getting it, Eternal Feast would, especially if you have two tanks that are sitting on the point fighting over it, that is a lot of damage you can pump out. And it's just a big decision that you have to force the enemy team to make. Are they going to sit in this, or are they going to step off and give whatever you're protecting to you? So that's getting a lot. Oh my gosh, that got off. That's 5, 6 shots.
Thanks for the release.
Trying to keep our damage as focused as we can. Get away from me, Murky. Was going in on the chomp there, but he did. Oh no. Okay, he dropped it. And Murky just, did he really just deny that? Oh my gosh.
Yes. My magic flows.
So both
the temples.
do
not let these mortals.
you killed their quests, bro. Both of Kael'thas and Medivh have quests that reset on death. Flame Strike was very close to being complete. Convection and Arcane Rift were both very close to being completed, and he managed to get a double kill on both of them, which reset their quests completely. So we're going to go for Lurking Terror here at 16. What that does is our Chomp ability that we've been throwing around, now we can shoot it at the end of our E. So for example, if I shoot this out here, bad example, didn't come up. So I'm dead. I'm just gonna accept that. I got 2 ults. I was in a bad position. I was too eager to show off the Lurking Terror. And essentially, instead of having Chomp come off of me, what Lurking Terror does is it lets my Chomp start off of the end point for Dread. So there is a Murky v Kael'thas fight going on. Hopefully he has Bubble. He does not have Bubble. Looks like we were very close to taking top. Murky is very adamant that we stop him, and I agree with him.
Are you allowing them to assail your core?
And that should be an easy kill. That should be a free kill. Hit Q. There he goes. Yeah, it's over. Over for Kael'thas. So we're in a pretty good position. Unfortunately, this thing is not shooting where we want it to shoot. We should get this, though.
Help me recruit these mutts.
We have a 5v2 at the moment. We should be getting camps. He's already got the right idea. I would like help here.
Why do you have to be part of the problem?
I'm almost dead. Oh my god. So we were trying to manage to get a kill there, but it looks like we did manage to get one. We are coming in on level... Oh man, he just got cleansed. We are coming in on our level 20. Very shortly. That was an insane wall right there. I'm going to soak that Flame Strike by accident. I'm gonna sit here and hopefully let him hit me. It looks like they're in a bit of trouble.
I have delivered the killing blow.
Okay, I need to dip or get healing.
The light
I'm gonna sit perfectly still so he doesn't miss, because they do take a talent at 20.
soon they shall bask
Did not take it.
in
Maybe it's
my
16.
glory.
Yes. Don't think he took it. Typically there's a talent, maybe it got reworked somewhere. Typically there's a talent where as long as they're consecutively hitting people with their dart, it does more and more damage. Or more and more healing, I should say.
There must be a reason for this.
So I wanted to stand perfectly still so I did not mess up their streak.
Aren't enemies supposed to be getting into position?
So I'm going to back up and try to get this while they push forward. Can at least start the beginnings of this, start getting our shots pumping out.
I must retreat.
I would like a shield before he goes, but that's okay. I have a feeling this fight's not going to end well, but I'm going to try to get all I can.
It's destroyed.
I got what I was after. I have that, but I can't get in there quite yet. With Malthael here, we can get in there. I'm gonna drop that, force them to pick. And wow, we had some insane heals come down right there on me.
You call that a triple
We should go end the game this second. I'm gonna start pushing right there. Yeah, we should go end the game.
killing spree?
The magic of the temple sleeps.
Wipe out all of these guys. And this is looking like a win. They got 30 seconds before they get some serious... man, he picked off the kill.
They never know what I'm capable of.
Oh man, I mistimed it. Doesn't matter. We won. Gonna throw the Eternal Feast over here and just completely whiffed. And they got walled into their game, or into their fort. Whew. And I did not get top damage. That was Malthael right there at the top damage.
MVP.
I can absolutely agree with that. And yes, Gem, she's not an easy one. As I mentioned, she's probably the one of the hardest characters to do very well. She's very easy to do on paper, but it's very, very crucial that you land particular abilities. And if you don't land them, your Q for example, you can just be dead.